there, pilots. This is Pete with BananaHobby.com. Thank you all for joining me for today's fun flight review brought to you by Banana Hobby and myself. Today what we are going to do here is we are reviewing in a little bit different of a way here. What we have here is the Artec Falcon 450 ready to fly 6-channel helicopter that we offer at Banana Hobby. This is a very, very special helicopter in the sense that it could take you through a lot of transitional phases where you could actually start with it once you have a little bit of helicopter knowledge, and then you can also take this helicopter and graduate from the stages and take you through the stages of getting into aerobatic flight and into some 3D flight that I know a lot of you guys really enjoy watching. So basically what we have here, this is the Falcon 450 available at BananaHobby.com. And this comes in your ready to fly format. This is pretty much completely ready to fly out of the box. So it requires pretty much nothing for you to do on your side as far as tuning or programming or anything like that. All you're going to do is provide 8 AA batteries for the transmitter, charge the lithium polymer pack that's included with the Falcon 450, and go to your local ball field and just go ahead and have fun. So let's go ahead and start breaking down this Artec Falcon 450 for you. So what this basically is your 6-channel radio control helicopter. And right now, the layout of this helicopter is extremely efficient. And we've just gone ahead and we've done a lot of upgrading and updating as far as what to bring out to you guys that's going to be more easy to adapt to and easy to use for you guys and gals out there, of course. And this is basically the helicopter that is going to have just about the same size, same performance as the Rogue 500s, and but it's a step above the very, very popular Tornado that we've been carrying at Banana Hobby. And with that, we're going to go ahead and talk about the helicopter. This helicopter is your belt-driven tailpiece here to the tail rotor, so it's not shaft-driven or it's not anything like that. With the belt, it is very efficient and it's very, very forgiving in case that when you're learning and your tail blades hit the ground or anything like that, it's not going to strip out any gears or anything with the torque tube like everything else. And what's very special about these helicopters is the fact that this helicopter comes to you ready to fly now at under $300 on a 2.4 gigahertz computer radio with the charger, with the battery, and everything like that included. When I started this hobby, when I started learning how to fly radio control helicopters, I was flying helicopters by the company named Align, and I'm still flying those helicopters. And with those helicopters, you basically have to build your own airframe on the helicopter. And then you add all of your own electronics, and then your own gyro, your own motor, just all the own setup, and then your own radio and the charger and LiPo and everything like that. And it comes out to be well over $1,000 for something in this genre here. And now we've got this for everybody to enjoy for under $300, which is absolutely amazing. And that's what I love about this industry, is that it's becoming more and more affordable. And I'm seeing people all over the place enjoying flying as a whole. And that's what's really, really cool about this. So let's get back to the helicopter here. This helicopter, I'm going to go ahead and take the canopy off here. First of all, it comes with a really nice fiberglass. So your canopy is a nice painted, gel-coated fiberglass Falcon 450 canopy, so which is really cool too. So I'm going to go ahead and put that aside. Whoa, almost dropped it there. Got a little bit of wind here. And the layout of this helicopter now is the servos are not your up and down and your left and right here. That's the easiest way for me to explain it as far as controlling your elevator and your aileron roll axis. This layout here is on CCPM, which means that there are 3 servos controlling the head, and controlling the head and the swash plate, and that gives it a lot more precision as far as precision flying and being able to just really, really dial in your flying style with this type of a head here. And with that, the motor that's included with this Falcon 450 is a really nice 2900 kV brushless outrunner with a cooling fan. The top end bell is a fan built in that's aluminum, so it keeps the motor nice and cool here. And then the included ESC is down here. It's a 40 amp brushless CSC. Right down here, you can see that 40 amp brushless CSC strapped to the front, and a headlock gyro that's down here, and that's very, very protected, so that in case you guys have any kind of incidents with this helicopter, the gyro is completely protected. And you got your tail servo right here placed in the back, and that's pretty much the layout. what I really enjoy about this helicopter, that's even more simplicity for the people that are out there without so much time spent into tuning and repairing, is the fact that all of these upper linkages to the head here, I don't know if the camera can see these or not, but it's up here. These main linkages going to the blade grips and going to the mixing arms, the SF mixing arms here, they are one piece now. There's no adjusting in it. So the distances with these arms are pre-adjusted. So in the case that you have to replace these servos, the arms or anything like that up here, they're pre-measured. All you got, when you order the parts from us, all you got to just pop them on and you're pretty much set to go there. And the main frame is pretty much its ABS plastic blend, so it keeps everything very durable. Same with the head. The flybar cage is aluminum anodized and very durable there as well. And the blade grips are composite blend as well, so it keeps everything more on the durable side than the bling factor. And I think that's what's more important with anything right now, is just keep it affordable, keep it flight worthy, and the bling factor can come later on. But if you want some bling factor, it's right here. Check out these really nice carbon fiber main blades. These are your generic 450 size helicopter, as in the name Falcon 450. The main blades you can use are 320 to 330 millimeters. I would suggest 320 and 325s. 330s are going to draw a little bit more power, and I just don't suggest it for this type of a helicopter. The included battery pack is going to be a 3-cell 3S 11.1 volt 1800 battery pack, which is plenty enough for this helicopter at 20C rating. It has plenty of room. You're strapping the battery up here, and it's included rubber band. I went to go ahead and use a little piece of Velcro on there, which always helps because I'm going to do some light 3D for you guys here. And you can go to as high as a 2500 and it's still going to fit in here. And basically the tail section is it's metal spindle, metal gear in the middle here with the spindle, and it's still ABS plastic and composite blend with the main blade grips and everything. That way we can keep it really on the durable side. And with that, all part support is all available at Banana Hobby with this particular helicopter. So if you break anything, you can go ahead and just order the parts from us, and we'll get it shipped to you guys, get you guys fixed up and right back in the air. We're gonna go ahead and go into a little bit of a powering up process and talk about the radio just a little bit here. The included radio with this Artec Falcon 450 now is the E-Flite, the 6-channel computer digital radio. And this radio has really gone up in class as far as from the previous radios that we've offered with this type of a helicopter. This radio has your full programmability factors in it now, where you can dial in your throttle curves, your pitch curves, your idle up curves, everything like that can be personally dialed in, which we can't really go into because that goes into a complete separate video. That goes into programming of a 3D helicopter. However, I have to let you guys know, when you guys get these helicopters, I know a lot of us are, gear nuts here, and we really like to fiddle with things. Same thing with me. And I just want you to know, when you guys get these out of the box, they're pre-tuned, pre-programmed from the factory, and test flown and quality controlled on it. That's why there's QC stickers all over the helicopter, the quality control stickers. So when you turn this controller on, please don't start pushing all these buttons and going into the menus and things like that, because it's going to really scramble something. And then if you have the knowledge to correct that, definitely by all means go into it. But if you don't, once you start pushing all these buttons here, it's going to change some kind of a parameter, and then you're going to have to call us, and we're going to have to get you going again with how to reprogram the radio system, because this radio system is a little bit complex because it is computer, and you have versions on here where you can fly airplanes. It has model memory. You can fly VTOL gliders. It has mixing, all that kind of stuff. So we don't really want to go into that, okay? So just that's something to keep in mind. Okay, now the cool thing about this radio now is all the trims on here are digital. Okay, so when your radio is off, before on the analog trims, if you push it by accident, your helicopter's gonna come up, it's gonna veer off to one side because it's losing its trim setting. Now it's all digital. So it's click up, click down. So it's always gonna retain the memory setting and the trim setting that you last had the helicopter at, which is awesome. And with that, the left side stick, the left side toggle up here that I wanna make sure you guys understand here, is called the lock and unlock switch. in helicopter terms, it's basically your throttle hold. And always, before you power this thing up, make sure that the switch on the right, actually the switch on the right is on your left is the unlock and lock switch, and the switch on the right is the normal 3D mode switch. This mode is going to throw the helicopter into 3D mode. Always leave it in normal, which is the toggle is going to be pushed away from you. Okay, we'll leave that away from you. And now, when you power up the helicopter, you must remember the controller always goes first. And with this type of a 6-channel 3D helicopter, it's very, very crucial that I have to have all of you understand that I want you to put the unlock and lock switch into the lock position before you even turn on the transmitter. The helicopter does not have a switch on it, so you're going to have to remember to unplug the helicopter after you're flying. Always remember, keep it in lock. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and power on the transmitter. It's going to give you an initializing beep, and then the timer will start on here. It'll give you the battery voltage as well. The green LED dot will come on, and just to show you guys the level that the radio has gone to, if I go ahead and shut this controller off, and I have the throttle stick here that you want to make sure it's always to the lowest position. If it's anywhere that's not in the lowest position and you turn the controller on, the controller will give you a beeping sound and let you know that there's an arrow pointing right here and it's flashing, telling you that the throttle stick is not at the lowest position. So in this case here, don't plug the helicopter in yet, shut the controller off, push the throttle stick back all the way down to the lowest position, make sure this is in the lock position. Now go ahead and turn on the controller. Once your controller is on, we're going to go ahead and fire up the helicopter. We're going to plug in the LiPo, and once you plug it in, don't touch it. It's going to give you an initializing tone. You hear that? That's your initializing tone saying everything is ready. Once you hear that, and down here, if you look at your gyro, and it has a solid red light on it, it is ready to go. Okay, so right now it's pretty much hot and it's ready to go. When you plug this in, make sure you plug it in on a flat surface, because the gyro sensor that's holding that tail there, it needs to be able to initialize correctly, otherwise you will not have proper tail authority there. So now we're gonna go ahead and just snap on the nice fiberglass gel-coated beautiful candy red airbrush canopy. Wow, that just looks beautiful here. What a nice looking helicopter. Okay, so we're pretty much ready to give you a flight review here of the Falcon 450 available at Banana Hobby. We're going to take you through a little bit of a different flight review. We're going to do some really easy basic circuits, and then we're going to do some nice scale aerobatics, and then we'll do some light 3D as well. I'm not going to go into some really heavy 3D because a lot of people don't understand it, and it becomes a headache to watch because the helicopter looks like it's going to pile in at any second. So with that, my name is Pete. Thank you guys always for your support and for checking out these flight reviews. Let's go ahead and take the Falcon 450, beautiful, sunny, blue sky, Southern California, for a flight review. See you guys in the air. Okay, I've got the helicopter sitting down now, and when I'm a good distance away from the Falcon 450, now I'm going to go ahead and flip the unlock and lock switch to the unlock position. So now the helicopter is armed and ready to go. So let's go ahead and fly her. Get that thing out of my face.
What happened?
All right, pilots. I have a bad day. That's pretty much all I can say. That crash right there was not the helicopter's fault. It was actually lack of me programming it correctly and rush to get this video made for you guys and gals out there. I didn't have enough positive pitch, and out of that maneuver there, that was some really basic aerobatics. You can see that up to that point there, it flew actually really nice. I didn't even get a chance to go into some really good 3D for you guys yet, and I already put it in. That's my fault. I needed to turn up the pitch a little bit, and I just didn't have enough on that down line to get it to come off the ground, and it went in. So with that, that's what it looks like when you pile a helicopter. But the good thing about piling a helicopter is this whole thing is rebuildable. You can go ahead and order the parts. I mean, it's not even that bad. The head linkage just popped off. We just put that back on. We need a new tail boom. And that's pretty much all I need there. Everything else is pretty much intact. The blades actually came out okay. And that's a good thing about this lock and unlock switch here. As soon as you know you're going in and you hit the ground, hit this unlock switch into lock so that it stops spinning the head, and it'll keep the damage down quite a bit. Well, my name is Pete, and I have had a bad day, and that's what a bad day looks like right there in the Falcon 450. They don't hold up to crashes like that very well. That was pretty much full bore straight in, so not much to say about that one. My fault, not the helicopters. And with that said, thank you guys always for checking out my flight reviews. I'd love for you guys to follow me on twitter.com, like us on facebook.com, and follow us on YouTube as well, where I interact with you guys on a regular basis. We're going to go ahead and fix this and come out here a different day and give you guys a second portion of a flight review where we're going to throw this thing around and do some good 3D with it, where I'm going to spend a little bit more time dialing this in so I can have a bit more pitch for the type of 3D that I'm going to do. But for you guys that are not flying heavy 3D, out of the box, great helicopter. Falcon 450, back to the workbench. We'll see you guys on the web.
It only takes one to make a difference. It takes a